The last 20 minutes, I think 3-4-3, and I need every time why Zita and is play very good because have with them Salomos with him Salomos and Moody. What's work is give? What's work? The people with tactical work. The fans maybe don't observe it. What work is work. In this
we saw because he gets the goal, and we can talk about that. Like, but Morty is responsible for the penalty that opens in the game.
Yes, but I want to explain for Miguel. Miguel don't play in the derby because he's not ready 100%. And don't forget, I think if he's received card in this game, he's not play the final.
So he was.
But he's received the card in final. He saved the team with his experience, intelligence. You remember?
Talk about that.
I think it's not. If you don't block him like that, it's a goal.
Okay. What I'm going to ask our producer to do is just come out of this right now, and let's just take a look at when we talk about how tough this game was from a physical perspective, because you're talking about where Miguel puts that arm around, and you say, great experience. The coach is describing this great experience, and guys, this was something, and Pomoz as well. It was a physical match, right? It was, and it seemed like Chiefs came with a more physical approach. We'll confirm that now, but there was some tough tackling going out there.
I think for me, the game changer for Chiefs was Duba, even though he did not score. But the work that Duba did off the ball, to try and stop the build-up of Orlando Pirates, I think that was very key for me. That's one player that I would give my flowers to and say if Duba is not there, the pressure that Duba exerted in that team was excellent for me to be able to stop Orlando Pirates to play their normal game. And I think it was a plus for Chiefs on the final.
Are we ready? We're going to look at them put that arm out, and some people call it a wrestling move. I've got the two players here in studio as well. And when we look here at how the goal was scored, this is how that penalty was awarded.
I think the slightest of touches, but the question that the ref has to ask himself here is, does the touch bring money down? And the answer would be yes in that moment, because when you are running at high speed, the slightest of touches will be able to bring you down. And I totally agree with the decision that was made by the ref in this instance. Watching it first time at the stadium, it does not look like there's much of a touch. But when you're running at high speed and somebody touches you like that, Thomas, it's going to bring you down.
You guys had a great view. How does it feel? 4 minutes into the game, penalty.
Obviously, you want to score first in those kind of games. So for us, it was important, and Sirino did the work,
That's the other thing, guys. Yeah. Because when we talk about Sirino doing the work, I looked at the previous games, obviously in the Nedbank Cup. Miguel, when you were not there, Yusuf was taking the penalties. Ignacio Miguel was taking the penalties. Everyone thought it would be you to step up for the penalty. And then we see Sirino step up. How is this conversation going on? You've been the regular penalty taker.
I think at that moment, obvious, everyone knows how you kick a penalty. So at that day, they never knew who's going to kick. So obvious, we decide as a team, as technical team, who needs and who had the confidence on that day. And obvious, Sirino said, give it.
So this decision was on the field, coach? Or
no, it's before in
team meeting.
Team meeting, number 1, number 2, number 3.
Yeah.
To show the penalty. And for this final, we chose, I think,
Sirino,
Miguel,
and you,
That was for the penalty shootout.
Yes.
But now this is in the game.
No, that was for the penalty. The penalty taker during the game.
Yes.
You need 3 options.
Yes, we
every day.
Maybe you decided for number 1.
Yeah.
But in this moment, is not the feeling is not good for him.
Yeah.
Number 2 go. After number 3 go. One is
we know it.
I also wanted to steal it as number 4.
You were ready to go.
But they said, come on.
But you could have stepped up and said, no, guys.
Now we have to respect the first one.
Respect the order.
And as well, if the player has been subbed off,
Yes.
then we know that, for example, Yusuf is the penalty taker, the number one.
Yeah.
There is a number two, there is a number three. If the number one has been subbed up, then the number two has to take over the number three. Then we don't get those things about people trying to fight for who's going to take the penalties. Obvious, and there is a sheets in the changing room. Everyone knows who's going to take the penalty if there is a penalty that we get, and we avoid any kind of misunderstanding.
Now let's get to that tackle that you were talking about, Coach. Very unorthodox tackle.
Which tackle?
Obviously, for Miguel.
We're not used to you said this was experience. So when you look at it, it was important for him to react like this and to make sure that he stopped the attack.
Honestly, it's not very beautiful. It's not like the project, but you need realistic. You know, in Europe, in Champions League and action like that, I prefer like that, or I receive one goal. And honestly, I respect. I don't want look that. I promise you, if you don't block like that, it's a goal.
Boom.
Yes, it's not beautiful, but it's necessary, honestly, in this moment.
Yes.
It's necessary, and this is experience for what I want. The mix for young players, experienced players, character players, technical players. This is a mix is very, very important.
I think, Coach, for me, I look at the first derby where Cross gets sent off because of the pace of Nkota. Going into the game, it must be something that you thought about, because we're asking ourselves questions to say, do you play Dove as an out-and-out left winger? Do you play Happy Mashiani? Or do you go for that back three that you played so well in the final? Was there any specific plan for that pace of the Orlando Pirates front runners?
Yes, please.
Est-ce qu'il y avait une technique spéciale pour contrer la...
No, it's global, tactical. If you honestly, if you observe it from I start the league for one model game, it's a very offensive model game, and very spectacularly. I think spectacularly. I create some. I think Kansas City is number one in expected goals.
Expected goals.
Expected goals, but don't win. But I think if with the player with the injury don't play this game, like Dortley, like Reeve,
give him some.
and it's very important. We play. We give more importance in defense. And if we compare the quality of the striker of Orlando and the profile of my defender, after that I decided we play with three center back. Is very. This is give me a big balance, defensively balance, because sometimes you need a realistic coach. Sometimes you need a result. And if you are in final, you need profit in this opportunity. People forget for beautiful football in final. The people is wanted the result.
And when we talk beautiful football, and guys, that was the engine room. You were part of that. When we look at 6 yellow cards, 17 fouls, was that part of the mission on the day? That we had to play more aggressively? We really need to make sure that we are putting in our bodies on the line.
For me personally, I think obviously we played 2 derby games before the final, so everyone knew what to expect. So everyone will go with the mentality which we had, and obviously
which is what?
Aggressive. We go there aggressive. We fight as a team. We stand together, and obviously the coaches was together. Everyone was together, and everything worked out very well.
Kalipat.
Obviously, games like that are emotional games. It's natural, and I think that, like the coach said, you know, it starts from the work that we've been doing, the structure defensively, and of course us trying to also create chances from that. You know, so it's just a matter of us, you know, applying those things that we work on with the team. Yeah.
You know, sorry Tom. You remember the derby game. I think Kaiser Chiefs played good, particularly the first half. Possession, beautiful football, but without efficiency. without really creating opportunity of to scoring. And finally, we lose the game 2-1. But the player don't play bad. Maybe don't play with aggressivity with and then final, you need to change the strategy.
The winning goal, Yusuf, obviously we're going to talk about that. But that aggression you're talking about, it was there. Because we see Chiefs put pressure. We see that you're trying to make sure that Pirates can't goal, that you do score, Yusuf. That was part of the plan.
It's not particularly Yusuf to the plan too, but I think I took the guys in the room, give him the ball.
Because look here.
Yes, before
Pirates are comfortable here, but the press is on.
Yeah, the press is that, but I think I took for the guys, give them the ball. The block, come little down, give him confidence. After with the confidence, we
tackle.
Yes.
We press.
Yes, we press. It's not we press. You know, the player is a very good player for the player of Orlando Perez. Sometimes he's play with us with a big confidence. My only we have one.
He's in his hometown. You're pulling him out at home.
And look, Tom, and myself, I take decision. It's not anyone, but I tell him, you have injury, my brother, because the camera is put. You understand? Come on, the people. Oh, what's the situation? This is Nabi, is a plumber. I don't know. What's the situation? But I know. You know, I give him Ox give really the balance of the team. After that, this balance, we go to attack with Shabalala and with which one?
Ashley.
And Ashley and like that.
And as well, the other thing that coach wanted to really talk about was we noticed as well that from the last game we had more possession, but we didn't convert the possession that we had in real chances of scoring. Then we said ourselves, if this is a final, let's sacrifice the possession to a more effective football, especially in the second half. That in first half we felt that we were trying to press, but sometimes they were going a little bit easier through our press. We said let's take back a little, like 10 meters or 15 meters back our block team to allow them, the defenders, to have balls. Then they're gonna step up, and with Ashley, with Lilepo, with Shabalala, we're gonna have more pace and more speed at the front. And as well, with the number of games that they have been playing, we knew that physically they were going to drop as well, and it worked.
It did. And it worked because that left foot, when you're running up to that, what's going through your mind? Oh, there. When you're running up to that, what are you thinking? Just get the laces through? Are you looking for a place it?
No, to be honest, yeah, just get the laces through it. And I got it.
As hard as I can.
Yes.
It goes in perfect. I mean, it goes in bottom corner. Is it your favorite goal of all time? Because no one can forget the other derby goal that you scored, where you were like almost on the halfway line.
Thomas. Aye. You can't compare it.
No, the man is here.
No, my man, I'm before I pendule.
Yeah.
Hey, Marakukune trouble because this one brings the trophy.
Yeah, one allowed.
And then the other one is from his own half.
So, if you were going to, and you could only choose one as your favorite of all time goal in a derby, which one between those two? Halfway line, this one?
I would prefer this one. Because obviously this one it brings the trophy.
Yeah. It's more than a goal.
More than
a goal, yeah.
What is it?
It's for the fans, or for our people, and the reality of the club having not won anything in 10 years. So that's why I feel like it's this you even see and feel the energy in South Africa that his goal, our goal is like, yeah, it's bigger than the goal.
I think when I spoke to Coach before we went on air, he said he likes the tactics and the trends on the show. So I just want to show him the tactics and the trends for the goal that they score with Yusuf.
Yeah, let's have that technical conversation.
Yeah, so if we go on the goal, look at how high the two Orlando Pirates fullbacks are in this moment, Thomas. That makes the gap too big. Those are the three midfielders that we're highlighting in that moment. Now, the coaches have already spoken about the space that they wanted to give to Orlando Pirates. The space that I'm highlighting is where Tito is. If Mbokas is able to find that pass to Tito, then Chiefs are in trouble. But the good organization from Kaizer Chiefs, the hand of God is on Yusuf Mart. He's going to go on and score the goal from that position. But the man that I'm cycling is Ox. He does an incredible job in terms of intercepting that ball. That is the middle block that the coaches were talking about. Now look at Tito, look at Karim. They can see Yusuf in that moment, but they're ball watching in this instance. As soon as Chiefs progress the ball forward, look again at the Orlando Pirates. It's 3 versus 3, but the three Pirates defenders are all watching the ball. They're not watching the man in and around. Now, the hand of God is on Yusuf Mart again. He's getting closer to the penalty area. Now, the midfielder that has to track him in this time is Lamine in that instance. But again, it's the same mistake that he's making. He's watching the ball. Now, I'm circling Ashley Dupree. He does well. He goes away from the crowd. Shabalala does well to be able to find him with a pass. It's an excellent pass from Shaba in this instance. It takes Kaizer Chiefs a little bit wide. But again, look at all the space that Yusuf Mart has in that D-line, his experience. Now look at the three midfielders of Orlando Pirates. All of them again are ball watching. Now the intelligence of Yusuf to stay on that D-line, as soon as you pause it there, in that moment, that's the game-changing moment for Kaizer Chiefs, and that is the moment that is taking the case away, and Kaizer Chiefs take the trophy.
The laces just goes in. Guys, we are out of time. And I know viewers have loved this conversation. Thank you very much. Guys, it was great to talk to you. Coach,
Yes.
congratulations on this victory.
Thank you so much.
Before I let you go, though, Coach, I have to ask this question because otherwise I get fired. But the entire day, there are stories about your future at Kaizer Chiefs. What is the future for Coach Nabi at Kaizer Chiefs? Because half the papers are saying you are not continuing, the others are saying you're staying.
I'm sorry because this point is very important. If maybe Cedric is translate quick directly. Donc je pense que actuellement je suis très concentré. Il l'a dit sur les deux matchs, ils sont très importants et je pense que c'est important de se focaliser d'abord sur ces deux matchs.
Actually, I'm very focused on the last two games of the league. And it's very important for the end of the league.
Je reste ici parce que le processus l'exige. Normalement, je dois continuer, j'ai un contrat, j'ai une mission, we had a mission here. Si le club, ce qu'il m'a promis pour continuer, pour replacer le club à sa position, il n'y a pas de raison que moi je pars, même si je suis sollicité, parce que je dois respecter le club, je dois respecter mon contrat et je dois respecter ma mission.
I still have a contract with Kaizer Chiefs, and I believe that if the club wants to continue with me and to give the tools to succeed, there is no reason that I will leave, even if I can find somewhere else to go. But I respect this club and I want to continue with this club.
But Tommy, honestly, we talk honestly, and je ne voudrais pas rester si les engagements du club envers le processus, où il y a un engagement qui n'est pas fait. Parce que j'ai promis les supporters, je ne vais pas être un menteur pour protéger mon salaire et ma position. Raison pour laquelle je ne reste plus tôt. Si je n'ai pas ce que j'ai besoin pour la saison prochaine pour renforcer l'équipe, pour que l'équipe puisse être à l'Afrique une équipe à la hauteur de sa réputation et qu'elle continue à donner de la joie et jouer pour des titres les prochaines saisons. Je ne reste pas Je suis pas prêt pour subir une pression comme celle que j'ai subie cette année. Il faut être clair.
I wouldn't be honest if I say that I'm gonna stay if the club doesn't allow me to get all the tools to succeed next season because they have promised, and myself I've promised to the fans that I want to build a successful team that is gonna compete in every competition to win trophies, and that's the condition for me to stay, and because I don't feel that I want to go through what I went through this season.
Guys, we're going to leave it there.